Hi, I'm Rachel Hoffman, and this is my 2025 in the bag. So I'm going to start off by telling you about my putters. So I like to putt with Crowns by Westside Discs, and they're a good stable putter with a lot of glide. I really like the beaded rim on the putter, so it gives you a nice place to rest your index finger. Also, they're really nice for throwing, just a nice shorter upshot. These ones are the BT Hard Plastic, and this is the Moonshine. And this is a little bit grippier, so I like to throw this one for my upshots. I also like to throw Zones, and these are an overstable putter, and this one is in the Crystal Flex plastic. I really love this disc. I love the plastic. I love how tacky it is, and this one's beaten, so it's really soft. This one's really overstable. It's good in a headwind, and I love how this one sticks to the ground. So even if I have a putt and the basket's on a hill and I'm worried that my crown might roll away, I'll throw this one and it just sticks right in place. So it's a nice safe shot, and I really love this disc. So also, it likes to stick in the basket if you have a shot you could actually throw in. And sometimes if I'm in a really tough spot, I could throw a flick roller with this one. It rolls really good. If I want to get some good skip, I'll throw this one in the ESP plastic. Okay, I also carry a Glitch, and this one is really flippy usually, so I don't throw it all the time during rounds, but I will throw it if it's no wind or a slight tailwind. And I usually just keep this one in case I have time to play catch before a round to warm up with. And you could catch this one and it doesn't hurt your hand. So like these, or these if you're throwing and your partner throws really hard, you might not want to catch that one all the time. So this is good for that. And I got this one from the Glitch World Championship at Maple Hill. So I really just like to carry that one around. Now I'll talk about my mid-ranges. So my go-to mid-range is the EMAC Truth, and I carry two of these with me. This is a really reliable and straight throwing mid-range. I have this one. I really like it. I like the way it flies through the air and the way it looks. Shout out to my friend Alexis Knoll. She got me this one. She was my Secret Santa at the Ducks Holiday Gift Exchange. And she got me really a lot of nice things. So I love this disc. I throw it a lot. Thank you, Alexis. And this is the EMAC Truth and the Supreme Plastic. And I love how grippy this one is. It's just really tacky. I don't really know how to describe it other than it just feels really great in the hand. And it's very reliable. So this one flies really straight and has a little bit of fade at the end. So yeah, this is my go-to mid-range. I also carry the MD1 and the S-Line plastic. It almost feels like the Supreme plastic, but just a little bit more slick. So this is also a really reliable mid-range. And it's also very straight, but if I need to throw a mid-range on Anheuser, I'll throw this one. And this is my Watermelon Hex. I love the design and the color. It's super cute, makes me think of summer. And for me, I feel like this is more overstable than the Truth. So if I have a stronger headwind and I want to throw a mid-range, I'll throw this one. Those are the mid-ranges. Let's talk about the fairway drivers. this is the MVP Crave, and I use this for a longer upshot, or also if I have a really tight line I need to get through, if there's a smaller gap I need to get through. This is a disc that flies really straight and it's reliable. It's really good for newer players, or also if you're more advanced and need a power down disc, this is good for that. And I also have the Relay, and for me it flies a lot like the Crave. Same thing, longer upshots, or if you have a really tight line you need to get through. But I'm thinking about maybe finding something a little more understable that's a little more different than this one, but for now I have both of these in here. And this one is Sarah Hokum's signature disc, so I really like that because she's amazing, and so I keep that one in my bag for sure. I also have a Diamond, and this is the disc I throw for turnover shots. It really likes to hold that anhyzer line, so I like to throw this one high and on an anhyzer, and it stays in the air for a long time, and yeah, trusty turnover shot. So I have a Felon, and this is an incredibly overstable disc. It's good for the Kansas wind. I'll throw it into a strong headwind, but my favorite way to throw this is to hang it out right and throw it low, and it gets a lot of skip off the ground. And it's in the Lucid Air plastic, so it's lighter, so you get a little more distance. Even though this one's really lightweight, it's still incredibly overstable, and this disc will never flip over for me. All right, now I'm going to talk about my distance drivers. So my favorite drivers are the Wave, and I carry 5 of them. And you might think, why does she have 5 Waves? It's the same disc, but honestly, they're all very different plastics and different stabilities. So this is my oldest Wave. It's my most understable one. It's very light, very beat in. I like to throw this one with a tailwind, and sometimes I'll throw anhyzer shots with this one, and it likes to stay in the air for a long time, and I could usually get some really good distance out of this one. So this one's a little bit more stable. I throw this one with a really straight line. It's almost perfectly straight most of the time. And I love this design. It's called the Sassy Chiro, and I love this guy. He has a lot of attitude, and I get a lot of compliments on this disc. It's the DFX stamp, and I think this might be my favorite disc. And this one's also fission plastic. These are both fission. So I love the way these ones feel. They feel great in the hand. They're very grippy, and they're also good for all different weather types. Even if it's raining a little bit, you can still get good grip on them. And this one's slightly more overstable than these ones. So I'll throw this one if there's a slight headwind. And I love the stamp on this one. It's really cool. I love the tree, and this right here, I think this might be me. It looks a lot like me if I had my hair down. And like the Sassy Chiro, this one is also a DFX stamp. Shout out to Lucas Deal. He got these ones for me. I was having a really rough week, and I lost 2 of my favorite fission waves. And I was having a hard time finding fission waves in the weight I like. I usually like around 160, but Lucas got these for me, so shout out to Lucas. Thank you. I love these. They're my favorite. So here's another wave. This is the Proton plastic, and this one is just a little bit more overstable than the fission plastics. So I could throw this wave with a little bit of headwind. So I could throw this one dead straight, and then it has some really good finish at the end. And this one is my most overstable wave. So I'll throw this one if there's maybe 15, 20 mile per hour headwind. So it's very reliable, and it's in the Neutron plastic, but it does feel much more overstable than my other waves. I also carry a Vanish, and honestly it's a lot like a Wave, but it's a little more understable, so I like to throw this one in a tailwind, and I could get some good anhyzer action with this one. And I feel like this disc likes to stay in the air. Some other Vanishes were really flat, but this one feels a little more domey, so I don't know if that's what makes it stay up in the air a little bit more. So this is a Destroyer. I throw this disc when I have a really strong headwind. It's very reliable. It'll never turn over for me. Also, it has a lot of ground play, so if I want to get a good skip off of a disc, I'll throw this one. Or if I want to throw a big hyzer shot, I'll throw this disc. If it's incredibly windy, it likes to throw really straight. So it's in the Blizzard Champion plastic, and it's also lightweight, but kind of like my Felon, it's still very overstable and it won't turn over. Those are my distance drivers, and now we can see what else is in my bag. Okay, let's get into it. I carry the Grip BX3 bag, and it carries 21 discs. You could probably put an extra one in there if you wanted, but I feel like 21's enough for me. It has great pockets and really comfortable straps, so I really like this bag. It also has the buckle on the front, makes it more comfortable. I have some half-eaten snacks, toasted peanut butter crackers. I have some disc dice. I won these at the Hand-Eye Classic in Emporia for winning my card. And this is just a fun little game. You could roll a dice and they'll tell you what type of shot to throw. Forehand, roller, backhand. And then the other ones say driver, mid-range, putter. So that's a fun game you could play. I have a knife in here just in case you need it. I have a Millennium disc golf sticker that Hudson Casper gave me, so shout out to Hudson, thank you. I haven't decided where I'm going to put this yet. And I found this car. If it's your car, let me know. You could have it back. I figured I'd give it to someone, but I just haven't seen a child who needed a car yet. So this is still in my bag. And it's a Lucid Air, so it kind of goes along with my Lucid Air Felon. And then gum. Let's see. In this pocket, I have my whale sack. So I don't use it all the time, but in the summertime, my hands get sweaty. So this helps a lot. And I have my Bushnell rangefinder. You know, see the distance of your shot, get a better idea of what sort of disc you need to throw. And I also have my 2025 flights tag on here, and it's a great league. It's one of my favorite leagues. I really like that you don't have to sign up for a division. You just play your best and see where you fall in with everyone. So that's a lot of fun. And water, it's my Innova water bottle. And I have a Ducks towel to dry off my disc with. Oh yeah, my patches. And my patches, Disc and Deals coverage. Also Mint and Ducks Flying Discs. See, this is Luke Humphrey's brand. And also, this is just a dog I have on here. I don't know if he's playing disc golf, skydiving, both, but I like him there. So I think that's it. And shout out to my favorite sponsor, Disc and Deals Coverage. You're all amazing. And thank you for watching my In the Bag.